Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and we're talking about staying motivated and how to stay motivated. And last week we started talking about doing what challenges you the most first. That's what we talked about. And we're talking about 18 ways to get yourself over that hump, get yourself motivated to do the things that challenge you the most first. So that's what we're going to continue. So we're going to continue on with that. We're going to do the last 9 things that you can do to stay motivated, to take those challenges on. And we're going to start with easy, hard. It's an easy, hard one. Make others aware of your goals. It's easy because when we set new goals, we're really excited about the goals, right? We're excited, but we want to make sure that we share them with the people that are going to support us and not laugh or scoff or belittle our goals, right? We want someone who we know is in our corner, we know that believes in us and will support us in accomplishing the goal, regardless of how crazy it sounds, right? You want someone that's going to be there to hold you accountable for doing what you said you wanted to do, to help you, remind you why you wanted to do it, and then give you the support that you need to get it done, because they're going to be the ones that you want to celebrate with when you get it done, right? They're the ones that you're going to want to share that victory with, okay? So that's number 10. Number 11, change the physical place that you work on your goals. So I don't know, if you're like me, I have multiple locations. Like I have my home office, and then I have my office at the karate school, and then I have the place that I like to work when I'm at home. But clear a space where you can work, that you can easily get into the zone of whatever you're doing. So for me, it's a lot of writing and creating. So I need to be in a space that allows me to like just be able to zone in on that and not get distracted with other stuff that might need my attention, but that could possibly wait. Right. So if you want to do it in your kitchen and you know you're going to get distracted by the dirty dishes in the sink, don't do it in the kitchen. Right. If you need to take the time to clear out a space and then do it, then definitely make sure you do it so that when you walk in there, everything is ready to go and you don't have anything to begin to stop you. Okay. Number 12, create a calendar specifically for this goal, so that we haven't really talked about goal setting in these talks that we've done. And we've got some goal setting stuff in our free resource library if you need help with that. But basically, you want to set out your big goal. You want to set, like, I want to get it accomplished by X date. And then you work yourself backwards. Okay, so you have to know like all of the steps it's going to take to achieve that goal. And then you assign time to work on it. That is the way to really stay focused and really stay targeted. That is a way to do it, especially if you're trying to get something accomplished in a smaller time frame, in a shorter time frame, because it gives you something specific to work on that's in a bite-sized, manageable piece, right? Writing a book seems huge until you're like, okay, I only need to work on chapter 1 today. Or I only need to work on the exercises for chapter 1 today, or I need to work on my research today, right? So when you chunk it down into smaller pieces, it's easy and more manageable to accomplish. Make it separate from all your other stuff so that it stands out to you. That's a big thing. We're all busy people. We're all busy people. We're all doing more things. We're all getting back into our lives. So make sure like this is a calendar that A, you look at every day, and B, it's separate from all of the other stuff that you've got going on. Because if you stick it in with all the other stuff that you've got going on, the likelihood that it's going to get lost is huge. Okay, so you want to set aside a time to work on these tasks, and then you want to set it on a calendar that you see every day that's separate from all your other stuff. All right. So number 13, easier said than done. Eliminate all distractions. Eliminate all distractions while you're working in this space on those tasks. So it's, there's a lot of tools out there. There's a lot of things out there that you can use. But when you're on your computer, turn off your notifications. Turn off your phone or put your phone on vibrate. Okay, make sure that you're not like sucked in by Instagram or now my new favorite Slack. Or they're not sucked in by all that stuff going on, right? Just put it aside. How long you work on a task is completely up to you. Just know that none of us are as effective at multitasking as we think that we are, because it's just the way that the brain works. So if you can only dedicate 30 minutes, then make it a solid 30 minutes. If it can be an hour, even better. Darren Hardy recommends 90 minutes. Whatever the time frame is, just make sure that you don't have any distractions and you're dedicating that much time to that task, and that you're leaving it in a place that's easy for you to pick back up. Okay, so you're going to work on it. You set a timer, do whatever you need to do, work on it until you're done, then pick it up, put it back so that you can pick it up the next day. Okay, sometimes projects, it depends on the projects and it depends on the time frame, but sometimes you're going to work on it every day. Sometimes you're going to work on it once a week. Sometimes you're going to work on it twice a week. It just depends on the time frame for the project. And if you're like me, all my time frames are short because I feel like life is short and there's really no excuse to wait. So I need to just slam everything in. But sometimes that doesn't serve me. So I'm working on planning things further out to accomplish them in the same time frame that I want to achieve. So if I want to achieve something in January, I'm going to start it in November, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of tools and tricks and different tips that we can teach you on how to set those goals and how to take action toward those goals. But those are just a few right there. Okay. Next one. So surround yourself with people that inspire you and that are at a higher level than you. This is really the purpose of a mastermind group. This is the purpose for being in a networking group. So it depends if you want to be really good at something specific. For example, Toastmasters is about how to be really good at speaking, and speaking is what they practice. Right? I'm a part of a mastermind group of martial arts school owners because I want to be around people who own schools and have student counts and facilities like I don't have right now, because I need their knowledge. I need to be in that room. I need to be running with that pack, if that makes sense. So whatever you want to accomplish, find someone who has done it and ask them for help. Now, when you do this, if they give you advice, don't argue with them. Don't not take their advice. That is disrespectful. So if you find someone that you want to model and you take the time and the energy and you contact them and you ask them for their advice, take it, take action on it, and then get back with them and share with them your results. That is the ultimate way to show respect for someone like that. I tell this to my leadership students all the time, is I want to help as many people as I can. One of the reasons I do this video, people that have had success in what they do want to give back and want to help people who really want help, people who are going to listen and follow their advice and learn from their mistakes. So find that person that you want that's already doing what you want to do and reach out to them and ask for their help. Now, if that's something that scares the crap out of you, because it can be scary, right? If you're not really dedicated to what you're wanting to do, then we've got our webinar on Friday on how to conquer your fears, and we will work you through that. All right. Next thing, number 15, get an accountability partner. Again, this is another good reason to be in a mastermind group. It's a good reason to have a coach, because those groups are made to hold you accountable. So you want to make sure, of course, the dog's going to bark. We're going to have to ignore her, right? So get an accountability partner. Number 16 is similar to number 15. I took it to the next level. I think 15 and 16 should be the same. I think that your accountability partner should be someone that has already done what you wanted them to do, or has had experience and success in doing what you want to do, because of the reasons we stated back earlier, in that you want someone who's going to support you. So someone who's going to tell you when you're procrastinating, and someone who is going to hold you accountable for doing the things that you said that you were going to do without judgment. right? Without any judgment whatsoever. Okay. Number 17, if you're having a hard time getting motivated and staying motivated and taking action towards these goals, then it's time to look at the goal. It's time to look and see if it's something that you really, really, really want. Because if you don't really, really want it, or it's not something that you're really attached to anymore, you're not going to get motivated or inspired by it. And that's okay, right? We change. We should be changing. We should be growing. We should be becoming other things. And so it could be that the goal isn't big enough, or it's not exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so remember, the free resource library has some tools on that, so you can like walk yourself through that. All right. Now, number 18, become aware when you become a perfectionist. Become aware of when you're waiting for it to be perfect before you do anything, because guess what? It's never going to be perfect. Now, the software companies and the cell phone companies have got this unlocked because they launch stuff all the time that isn't perfect. And then what do they give us? They give us software updates. Well, let's talk about writing the book. Everyone's like, you gotta get it edited, you gotta do, yeah, I do, but I've got ways to launch it and get it into the world. And then what do they call that in the book world? It's called a revision. Right? So don't let perfectionism, don't let the thought of it being perfect stop you from taking that first step and taking action on it. Because we use that a lot as an excuse, and then things never get put into the world because of it. And we just need to go and be it, because the more you do it, the more you take action on it, the more clear you're going to become on the thing that you're doing. You're going to get better at it faster. You're going to get feedback that is going to be invaluable to you when you do it. So don't let the thought of it being perfect. I could tell my students, I'm a fourth degree black belt. I still work on form number 1. There's no such thing as anything being perfect. Okay. All right. Those were all of them. All right. Those were all of the 18 ways to get yourself motivated to take those challenges and do the things that scare you. Now, some of them are scary, but we've got you, right? We've got these calls every week. We've got our webinar on how to conquer your fears on Friday. You can register. I'm on our website. Go to our upcoming events page on familymaa.com and register to attend that. It's a 1-hour workshop. I think it's a 1-hour workshop. We're just going to walk you through some things that can help you conquer your fears and get yourself inspired to do that thing that you've been waiting to do or wanting to do or know deep in your heart that you're supposed to do. But we're allowing other people's opinions, other people's judgments, our schedule, other people's priorities, whatever we're allowing to stop us. And that stops today. That stops right now. Okay. We're going to live in a no excuse on there. So you have tools available to help you. And then basically, when it all boils down to, you just got to do it. Just like Nike said, just do it. It's the first step. Nike said, just do it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Like all of the great ways to say it. But bottom line is, you just got to take an action, which will lead to another action, which will lead to another action, which will lead to another action. And you will be amazed and surprised about what happens when you just start being in the space of who you want to be. It gets exciting. It gets exciting. So take action towards it. You've got like 18 ways to stop yourself from being afraid of it. You've got our webinar on Friday that will help you walk you through it. And then I'll be here every Wednesday sharing some more ideas and sharing some more with you on how to stay motivated and inspired to become the best you. So as usual, you can download this book. I think I'll put I don't think I put the link for this one. I'll put the link for this one in the Facebook group so you guys can see it and download it for yourself. And as always, be exceptional, be amazing, and be you. Go and be you in the world today and have a great Wednesday.